When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Arizona State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. You guys heard that really resonated with you.
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Pulls it in. It's Napier. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
The Sun Devils need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, looking to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense didn't fall in that. Football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. The Cougars offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressures. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Get set. Get set.
Brown will throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, BYU. Field shrink. Tight end throws. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The inside handoff.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? In the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Sun Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Levitt. Starting to feel a little pressure. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Grant behind the line, it's Moss. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run it. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brown wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play-action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeyer. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Cougars have their offense in high gear. The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeyer. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Using his legs, it's Robertson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Brown will throw it. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Goes to the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Back to throw, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Flying out to the left. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Arizona State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over UCLA. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Going to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. When that receiver... free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass, it's Levin. Finds his man, it's Napier. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll immediately call timeout.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
To the air, it's Levin. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It is perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
And the Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, you see those tight ends catching the football. You're coming up and try to get them on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurl you or put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out fast. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Cougars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. The give to the back. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Going to try to get it himself. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The short hands, it's Napier. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Moss. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He's got it on the move. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Touchdown Sun Devils. And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe...
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Bachmeyer. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Cougar! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing off.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds his man, it's Moss. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. He These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Finds the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Yeah, he gets the first down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big-body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice first down.
There he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to a drag running underneath.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Just keeps slinging it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Sun Devils trying to cash it in on first and goal. The give to the back. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength. Bowen.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Spencer. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Brown wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Got the 1st down and more. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. BYU with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The RPO, it's complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down. We got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts. And so we got to get that engine going.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and...
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on 4th and short. You pick up the 1st down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the
touchdown Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick an extra point, tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Napier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Flores. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Got a man. It's Flores. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. With the ball marked down at the 33, that'll leave them with a 50-yard attempt to try to win this game. It's good! Reach for a long one, and he gives them the W. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.